What up, pilots? Another topic I wanted to talk about when it comes to adding immersion to simulator mode for War Thunder is broken canopies. A lot of players will break their canopy so they can see better or hear better, and the simulator community for War Thunder knows that um, simulator mode is a little bit more arcadey when it comes to other simulator type games. So there's no hypoxia and there's no huge penalties for a broken canopy, like some other simulator games where it's more realistic. So something needs to be added to where there's a huge penalty for broken canopies or adding hypoxia or something like that. I've seen it mostly for MiG-23s, for floggers, MiG-27s, the J-35 Draken. I've also seen it in an F-16. I was fighting an F-16, he ended up getting me, and his canopy was broken, and it kind of ruined the whole immersion for me because his canopy was broken. In an F-16, you literally have like the best view in an F-16, and you broke your canopy just so you could hear better. There should be some type of penalty or some type of hypoxic mechanic to hinder or discourage players from doing that. For props, it's not really a huge deal because in real life, in World War II, pilots did have their canopies open sometimes, specifically for certain aircraft, to be able to see better or hear better or whatever. So basically setting it apart from different modes and adding a little bit more immersion and a little bit more love to simulator mode would be to either one, add an hypoxic mechanic to where if your canopy is broken, you black out easier, you go unconscious easier. We do know that in real life, if your canopy is broken, you still have the oxygen mask, so it's not like you're going to, you know, your pilot. It's not like the pilot's going to actually die or anything like that. It's just going to be a lot easier for you to black out. Pilots in real life, if you're a War Thunder player and you play simulator mode, go ahead and comment down below. I'll be posting this on YouTube and the War Thunder forums. Comment down below and kind of give some ideas to how this hypoxic mechanic can be added, as well as there being an oxygen system to where if it gets damaged, you do black out easier. Also, since War Thunder simulator mode is not as simulator mode or realistic compared to other simulator games, it's a little bit more arcadey when it comes compared to other simulator games. An easy, simple fix for this would be to, if your canopy is broken over a certain speed, say 300 knots, all you hear is a deafening wind. So if your canopy is broken at 250 knots and you're in a jet, you hear just fine. As soon as you hit that 300 knots mark-ish, all you hear is something like that, where all you can hear is a deafening wind and maybe jet engines, because jet engines are still pretty loud. And then actually add a huge penalty to flight performance, like flight or your acceleration is hindered a lot. There's an acceleration penalty, there is an angle of attack penalty, and there is a sustainment of energy penalty. Not the one that they added, like I think it was about a year ago. They said something about how, oh, broken canopies is, if your canopy is broken, you have a penalty of so and so, such and such amount, and it was barely anything. It was like, I think 2% or 3%, if that. It didn't really do much. People still do it. So simply just fixing the exploit to where people are breaking their canopies just so they can hear better and just so they can see better. I understand in a MiG-23 or in a J-35, in a MiG-23 or a MiG-27, you look up and there's that bar, so you'd want to be able to see better. And the J-35 Draken, you look behind you and there's that cover, so it's hard to see behind you on your 6 o'clock. Or if like you're in an F-16 or in an F-14, I've seen it with players flying those aircraft as well, MiG-29s, that they just want to be able to hear better, so they break their canopy. That ruins it for people sometimes. So absolutely adding something to hinder and discourage players from breaking their canopy, it would be an absolute great addition to immersion and simulator mode.